Hello and welcome back. I'm Ken. I'm a Newcastle United supporter. I keep a scrapbook. I like to share my thoughts and scrapbook with you all. And if you're interested, then that's great. But here you go. So this is the second match of the season. Newcastle at home to Liverpool. 8 p.m. kickoff on Sky on the Monday night. And the lead up to the match had all been about Isak and wanting to leave, and very frustrating, annoying, and wish it never happened or was happening. So let's dive into the team, and I'll talk about Isak later. Same team as against Villa in the first match of the season. So you had Pope in goal, in defence Trippier, Schär, Burn, Livramento. Midfield Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno, and up front Barnes. Gordon in the middle is a makeshift number 9, and Ilanga making his home debut after making his away debut in his first debut for Newcastle last week. We lost 3-2 eventually, and I'm going to tell the story of that as we go through. You'll see that we lost Gordon at half time, just right on half time. We were 1-0 down by then, although we really played very well, to be honest. The atmosphere was fantastic. We came out in the second half looking at the attack momentum, and Liverpool pretty much controlled the match for the first 10, 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden we scored a goal. Well, Bruno scored a goal in the 57th minute. And we kept attacking, but then we kind of our legs ran out a bit, and the subs came on from about the 66th minute. And Liverpool controlled the match, although with no real intent to extend their 2-0 lead. But we did get back into it and get the ball back in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes or so. And on the 88th minute, Mr. William Osula stepped up and scored a fantastic goal. And we were 2-2, 10 men down, 2-0 down since half-time, and it was 2-2. So in the match stats, our expected goals were about 1, and Liverpool's, in fact, was about 1 as well. So, but it ended up 2-3. We played well. We played well, very well. We were magnificent, especially in the second half. Whoops, glasses gone. Especially in the second half with 10 men. So very pleased indeed. So looking at my second page pictorial of the match, you can see that the red card was on half time. Gordon basically ran across the pitch to track down Van Dijk and was milliseconds late. His ankle did connect after replays were shown with Van Dijk's back of his ankle, basically. So initially given a yellow by the ref, but then VAR got involved, as it does, and Gordon was sent off another 2 or 3 minutes later after all the VAR activities went on. But as you can see, Bruno was celebrating in the 57th minute with his goal, and you could just see the enthusiasm, the strength and depth that he's got, and the determination to bring us back into the game. Great goal, great teamwork. And then in the 88th minute, the place had been rocking all night. The atmosphere was brilliant, and Osula stepped up, having come on for Barnes in the 76th minute, and scored. The lad can score goals. It's just getting him on in 90 minutes and being a threat more often than he has been in the past. 12 minutes of extra time were added, and Liverpool scored in the 10th minute of extra time, obviously. And we ran out, the match ran out, and we lost 3-2. Very frustrating, very annoying. You can see from my picture earlier on, Joe Linton was dragged down from behind in the penalty area. The referee had a fantastic view of it and waved it away. Did nothing. Absolutely nothing. So annoying. The guy annoyed me all match, to be honest. I wish, I don't know. I don't know if there's any good refs left in the English Premier League now, to be honest. So, Liverpool's goal scorers, obviously Hugo Ekitike was going to score against us, and he did in the 46th minute, just prior to half-time. So annoying. What can you do? What can you do? Bruno's goal came in from really a left flank, an assist by Tino, and ball was directed towards Bruno, and Bruno broke the back of the net. Fantastic it was. And then William, in the 88th minute, Asula, Dan Burn made a failed attempt to head the ball, but it ran into the path of Asula, who powered it home. Skillful goal. And Bruno in Dan Burn and Asula really, really celebrated. But the night ended, as I said. It was a hectic night. Mo Salah really didn't get a sniff all night, really. But his one cross, and then a dummy from the Liverpool midfielder, and their substitute Rio buried it, absolutely buried it. Eddie Howe said afterwards it was a bruising game for so many different reasons. He's proud of the performance, really pleased with how he played, great energy, great intensity, really pleased with the following of the game plan, and then adapting because obviously we went down to 10 men, and the game plan would change at that point to a large extent. Very painful to lose, he said. We didn't get any points from it. We did get injuries. Joe Linton came off, and Sandro Tonali came off as well, holding his shoulder. Obviously, Gordon's going to be suspended for 3 matches. And just to cap it all off, Fabian Schär came off concussed, or potentially concussed. Because if you are really concussed, then you miss the next match or two. You have to wait, I think it's 7 days or 10 days, I don't know. So we climbed the mountain, having been 2-0 down in 10 men down, came back to 2-2, and then some Pillock scored, and we lost 3-2. Hey-ho. It was a great finish, to be honest. Just disappointed that we conceded that late in the day, to be honest. All attentions next turn to the transfers. So turning our attention to the transfers, have to mention Isak, I'm afraid. He's still sitting it out. He's not training with us. He's coming out with statements without backing them up with any verification of the facts. Newcastle responded and said, no, that's not true. So War Flags did a great banner before the match. Basically, nothing is achieved alone. We are a city, a whole population. We are Newcastle United. Isak doesn't see it that way, sadly. Where this goes, we'll know by September the 1st. My gut says Isak will go. He's very determined to leave. I think he's made his peace with himself, and he's going to hear a lot of noise from Newcastle supporters when he goes. We'll see what happens at the Leeds match next, where the away supporters may be more vocal during the match than after the match. But we'll see where that goes, what happens. We have a number of irons in the fire. Unfortunately, we don't have a CEO, and we don't have a sporting director. So a lot of it's come down to Eddie and the scouting team, etc. Luckily, our chairman's been over for the Liverpool match. He has spoken to Isaac today. After the match, in the news, it basically was, Isaac's not going to change his mind. One of the Reuben brothers has helped lead some of these negotiations, so we're going to need him and his business abilities to bring some players in. We did get to see coming on his substitutes today, Ramsey in about the 76th minute, I think it was, and we also saw Chow come on, obviously when Shah went off, and that again was in about the 81st minute. Subs on the bench not used today were Botman, Murphy, Ramsdale and Willock. And Willock's back on the bench, so that's good news. Generally thought he was going to be out for some time, to be honest. So the referee, John Brooks, VAR, stick my tongue out with them. The attendance was 52k, as usual, with 3,000 vocal Liverpool supporters. Chairman was in attendance. Number of ex-players were there. Jonas was there. Cisse was there. Obviously, Mr. Shearer. Over the wall, Ryan Taylor was there. It was claimed that Isaac did attend in a private box, but I've not seen any evidence of that since the match ended, to be honest. So that's it. Thank you for watching and listening to my ramblings and looking at my scrapbook. And until next time, take care. Thank you.